Assalamu alaikum to everyone.
Walaikum salam, sir.
So, teaching of literature.
Walaikum assalam.
Muhammad Usama is he online? Muhammad Usama? Aksa Naz present?
Yes, sir.
Aksa Naz present?
Yes, sir. Present.
So I'm playing your presentation of teaching of literature. And
Okay, sir.
your presentation of poetry will be later on.
Okay.
Start. Start, please. Yes, start your presentation. Are you getting my voice? Are you getting my voice? Aksa Naz, start, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hello, everyone. This is Aksa Nas from English department, and today my presentation topic is about receptive skills. Sir, next slide. Receptive skills. Receptive skills definition means receptive skills means receiving information through listening and reading. Receptive skills, also known as passive skills, are often constructed with productive skills. When learning a new language, learners tend to develop their receptive skills. First, they acquire product capabilities. Means, sir, next slide is. So, receptive skills, I have two more types: the listening skills and reading skills. First, I will tell you about listening skills. Definition is listening skills are the ways to help you listen something more effectively related to audio. It is related to the audio process. We can say that it is a process of recognizing, understanding, and accurately interpreting the message communicated by others. Sir, next slide. Types of listening skill. There are 4 types of listening skills: discriminative listening, pretense listening, selective listening, attentive, and your active listening. Sir, next slide. Discriminative listening. It involves identifying the difference between various sounds. It also enables one to differentiate between familiar and unfamiliar language. And pretense listening. Pretense listening means it involves more hearing than listening. It means pretending through facial expression that one is listening when actually one is not. Next one is, sir, next slide. Okay, next one is selective listening. It involves the selecting the desired part of the message and ignoring the undesired part of the message. It means that you only listen the part of the conversation that interests you. Active listening. It is a communication technique used in the counseling, training, and conflict resolution. It means it involves feedbacks and questions. Sir, next slide. Reading skills. Reading skills, it is a cognitive process for decoding symbols to derive meaning from text. It means it involves ability to read and understand the word, phrases, and sentences on other symbols. Sir, next slide. Types of reading: skimming, scanning, intensive reading, and extensive reading. Sir, next slide. First one is skimming. It is a quick reading to know the journal meaning of a passage. It means skimming is a tool in which the author's sequences can be observed. So the second one is scanning. Scanning is a quick reading focusing on locating specific information. Scanning is used when a specific piece of information is required, such as name, date, formula, or phrase is required. So next slide is intensive reading. It mainly puts emphasis on the detailed study of given materials. It is sometimes called narrow reading. It may involve students reading selections by the same author or several texts about the same topic. And the last one is extensive reading. It requires a general understanding of a variety of kinds of materials in limited time. The aim of extensive reading are to build reader confidence and enjoyment. It is always done for the comprehension of main ideas, not for specific details. Sir, next. I think enough. Thank you, sir. Okay.
Okay, which reading you have mentioned 4 types of reading: scanning, skimming, intensive, and extensive. What is scanning reading? Can you give some examples? What is scanning? Can you give some examples? Are you listening to me? Are you getting me? What is scanning? क्या आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
सर सिग्नल्स का बहुत मसला और आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है मेरी तरफ तो बिल्कुल
मैं
भी नहीं।
पूछ रहा हूँ कि स्कैनिंग जो है आप उसको कुछ एग्जांपल्स देंगे इसकी मजीद? थैंक यू।
सॉरी सर, किसकी एग्जांपल्स?
थैंक यू। Okay, next one is.
So I'm going to give my presentation, Muhammad
Next.
Usama, teaching
Muhammad
of
Usama.
literature.
Okay, I'm starting here.
Yes, sir.
Start.
Bismillah Rahman Rahim. In the name of Allah, who is most beneficent and merciful. My name is Muhammad Usama. So my presentation is about writing. What is writing? This is my topic. So the use of the definition of writing is the use of symbols to convey a message. Is called or is known as writing. So there are other definitions present in other dictionaries. So the definition in English Club, writing is the process of using symbols to communicate thoughts, ideas in readable form. And in Merriam-Webster, the definition is act or art of forming visible letters or character. In Cambridge Dictionary, the definition is the skill or activity producing words on surface. So these are the definitions which are present. These are the some definitions. So there are also other definition present in other dictionaries, but these are definition. These all definition have same theme. So sir, next slide. Next slide, sir. Next, sir. Purpose of writings. Generally, we use pen, pencil for writing purpose in this era. But in this era, we use keyboard, touchpad, and voice recognition technologies for writing. The main purpose of writing to spread information spread information. As you know, in our daily life, we read newspaper, so it also contain writing. So we use writing for academic purpose. We are reading many subjects like geography, like literature, like science, and many other subjects we are reading. So because of writing, we understand and we read, and so we convey our message. So it's an essential tool for conveying your message. Writing is used to store our past incidents and history. So writing
Hello.
before
Hello.
sir, technology, before
Hello.
camera, before
Hello.
audio devices, there were only writing to store
Hello.
our data, like our history, our
हेलो भाई, आप किस तरह की प्रेजेंटेशन दे रहे हैं आप?
stored this
हेलो,
data in books.
आपको मेरी
Yes.
आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, sir, I'm listening.
मैं ये आपसे पूछूंगा व्हाट काइंड ऑफ प्रेजेंटेशन आर यू गिविंग? आपकी प्रेजेंटेशन में कुछ है ही नहीं, क्या है
सर
आपकी
मेरा
presentation?
सर ये प्रेजेंटेशन में क्या है सर? राइटिंग, व्हाट इज राइटिंग, अब मैं इसमें क्या डालूं
तो
सर? आप
व्हाट इज
बताएं मुझे।
राइटिंग में राइटिंग बताओ ना, राइटिंग क्या है, इसकी काइंड्स बताओ, टाइप्स बताओ, पर्पस बताओ,
सर
ये
आपने
बताओ ना
टाइप
यार।
तो नहीं दिया है ना सर? आपने राइटिंग दिया है ना
यार
मुझे
हर
राइटिंग।
चीज तो आपको नहीं दूंगा ना
सर
मैं,
आपका
आपसे मैं पूछ रहा हूँ व्हाट
टॉपिक
इज
ही तो व्हाट इज
राइटिंग। राइटिंग से मुराद मैं अगर आपसे पूछूंगा कि व्हाट इज सोसाइटी, तो आप क्या बताओगे? सोसाइटी की डेफिनेशन बता के खत्म कर दोगे भाई? उसी के अंदर सब चीजें आती है कि सोसाइटी
सर
डिफाइन ये
आपने जो
कर दिया, उसके बाद उसकी टाइप्स बतानी होती है, फिर उसके बाद बताना होता है कि उसका
सर
पर्पस क्या
आपने
है। ये तो
सवाल
उसके
इस
अंदर,
तरह सर मैंने पर्पस तो बता दिया ना।
क्या बताया पर्पस, क्या बता रहे हैं आप? कोई आपका है ही नहीं,
सर
प्रेजेंटेशन ही
मैंने
नहीं है
बताया कि
आपकी।
राइटिंग।
आप
सर मैं क्या
राइटिंग,
डालूं?
चले
सर
जैसे आपने
आपने
भाई आपने जैसा करा वैसे ही आपको
सर
मार्क्स
आपके
मिलेंगे।
सवाल के मुताबिक मैंने
थैंक यू
जवाब
भाई।
दिया सर।
आपने कोई जवाब सवाल के मुताबिक ही दिया, आपने अपने मुताबिक जवाब दिया, ठीक है, थैंक यू वेरी मच। ऐसे
सर
ही जवाब
आपके
देंगे
सवाल के
तो?
मुताबिक दिया है।
मेरे सवाल के मुताबिक जवाब नहीं दिए, ये जवाब है आपका। और उन्होंने भी राइटिंग पे असाइनमेंट तैयार किया, जरा उनको भी देख लीजिएगा।
सर आप बोलते हैं गिव अ इंट्रोडक्शन।
भाई आपने अपनी सोच के मुताबिक, अपनी नॉलेज के मुताबिक जवाब दिया है, ठीक है, इतना लेट आपने दिया, उसके बावजूद आपकी प्रेजेंटेशन ऐसी है।
सर अब 10 पेजेस बनाना तो जरूरी नहीं है सर, आपने जो पूछा
आपके
मैंने वो
लिए
बताया।
जरूरी नहीं है भाई, आप अपनी सोच अपने पास रखें। थैंक यू वेरी मच। मार्क्स ऐसे थोड़ी मिलेंगे यार कि आप अपनी मर्जी से जो भी करके ले आएंगे तो आपको मिल जाएंगे। मेहनत करनी होती है, बाकी स्टूडेंट भी तो मेहनत कर रहे हैं, थोड़ा उन्हीं का देख लेते कम से कम। शुमाइला अरशद, इज शी प्रेजेंट?
Yes, sir, I'm present.
आई एम प्लेइंग योर वंस। Start, please. Here we go. Start.
Yes, sir.
Can you see?
Assalamu alaikum, sir. My name is Shumaila Ashad. I'm a student of MA first semester. So today my topic is age of Geoffrey Chaucer. Sir, age of Geoffrey Chaucer started from 1340 to 1400. Geoffrey Chaucer was a poet of 14th century. He is also known as the father of English poetry. Sir, he has a very big impact in the field of English literature. He is the greatest poet of medieval ages. Chaucer also maintained an active career in the civil services as bureaucrat and diplomat. Sir, he was born in the London 1343, but this date is not sure that he was born in. Sir, date is not sure that when he was born, but he was the son of a wine merchant. Sir, in the age of Joshi, there were three rapid political changes. It was characterized by the noticeable departure from medievalism to an era of rational inquiry and critical understanding. It marks the beginning of a new language and literature. And in the age of Chaucer, there were three main incidents which were happened in the age of Chaucer, which are mentioned in the next slide. Sir, Middle English period is divided into three periods, three sections. Sir, it is mentioned in the next slide.
There were, you said there were rapid political changes or change. So what were the political changes, rapid changes? वो कौन सी rapid changes थी? What were the rapid changes, political changes? हरी आप?
Sir,
आपने लिखा है ना कि in the age of Chaucer there were rapid political change. तो वो कौन सी changes थे? जल्दी बताएं. Time is very short.
sir, उनकी
rapid political change बताएं. No. चलिए आगे बताएं.
Sir, Middle English period is divided into
Explain
three
कीजिएगा
sections.
इनको. Explain कीजिएगा, खाली पढ़िएगा मत.
Yes, sir. Sir, 1066 to 1300 it was before Chaucer, and 1300 to 1400 it was the age of Chaucer, and 1400 to 1550 it was the age of revival. Sir, sir आगे इनको describe किया हुआ है. Sir, sir, it was in the age of Chaucer there were three main incidents which were happened in the age of Chaucer. First was the 100-Year Wars. Second was Black Death, and third was Peasant Revolt. Sir, Black Death was a disease caused by the raids, black raids. In just 5 years, it killed 1/3 of the European population. It was very massive. So, like Corona, that we are suffering from the pandemic disease like Corona in worldwide. But in the same like this, the European population was suffering from the Black Death. And second was the 100-Year Wars. It was named as because it was continued until the period of 100 years, and so many smaller wars were happened in the happened in this, but together it is known as the 100-Year War. This was so third was the Peasant Revolt. The Peasant Revolt was happened due to Black Death and 100-Year Wars, because peasants were really upset that they started rebellion, which is known as the Peasant Revolt, because they were facing many issues because of the 100-Year Wars and the Black Death, because they were they were pushing for the paying the many taxes, so they started this revolt. It was started in 1381, and it is also called as the Tyler's Rebellion. It was led by Tyler, so it is also known as the Tyler's Rebellion. And the choice of writing in the age of Chaucer was divided into three periods. First was French period. It is also known as the early period of the Chaucer, and Italian period, and the English period. In the French period, French, Italian, and English period, he has written many of the books which are mentioned in the slides. French period is also known as the Italian, early period, and in translated Roman de la Rose, and so he translated the Roman de la Rose, which was written by the which was written in the French period. It was the book of some touches. It was elegy on the death of the life of Chaucer. Sir, and Chaucer's patron John of John. It was written in Ottawa rhyme. Sir, another book was ABC, A Prayer to Virgin. It was a long poem. Sir, this was the main, Sir, Roman de la Rose, and some of the books were main writings in the early age of the Chaucer, which was also known as the French period of the Chaucer. And sir, next is the Italian period. Chaucer was a diplomat and he visited many countries. During his visit of Italy, he was influenced by the Boccaccio, Petrarch, and Dante. He was influenced by the Boccaccio. Sir, first book which was written in the Italian period was House of Fame. This was a dream vision of or dream allegory. Another book written in this period was The House of Falls. So these are some of the books which was written in the Italian period that we should know about this, that in Italian period, French period, and in English period, which books he has written. And sir, in English period, the main work of the Chaucer was the Canterbury Tales, which he has described the stories of some pilgrims. They were going to the when they were going to the shrine, and we studied in our course Canterbury Tales.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
सर प्लीज मेरी स्लाइड चला दो।
Name.
इरम रज़ाक।
Okay, just wait. Iram Razak. Which presentation? कौन सी presentation है आपकी? Teaching of literature?
द कैंटरबरी टेल।
Teaching of literature की कौन देगा अभी? जल्दी बताएं. That's all. Teaching of literature.
सर मैं
नाम बताएं जल्दी.
सर नम्रा नवाज।
हाँ, इनका होने दें. Teaching of literature, then poetry. Start.
Assalamu alaikum to all of you. Me, Namra Nawaz. I want to put some lights on what is creative writing.
MA or BS?
Yes, sir. What is
MA,
creative writing?
MA or BS?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Are you from MA or BS?
Sir, BS English.
Okay.
What is creative writing? Creative writing is an original writing that expresses ideas and thoughts in an imaginative way. It is the art of making things up or putting a creative splash on history, as in creative nonfiction. In any instance, creative writing makes you step out of reality and into a new realm inspired by your own imagination. With creative writing, you are able to express feeling and emotion instead of cold, hard text as you would in academic writing. So next, these are the type of writings: poetry, play, fiction, song, movie, and television script. What is play? A play is a work of drama, usually consisting mostly of dialogues between characters.
Just carry on. Voice is not coming properly.
Performers rather than just reading, the term play refer to both of fiction. Fiction literature created from the imagination, not presented as fact, though it may be based on a
Voice not coming properly. Voice not coming properly. आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही.
सर अब आ रही है.
अब आ रही है.
The difference between technical and creative writing. Creative writing is a part of self created, means that you imagine in your mind, you just write it, but the technical writing is the opposite. The technical writing has a specific audience, and rather in creative writing we have a general audience, means that anyone can read creative writing, but technical writing is a writing that the technical person can read and understand. Specialized vocabulary. In technical writing, the writer use specialized vocabulary, like in medical engineering, they use specified words, but in creative writing, they use slang and evocative phrase. Yes, sir. Forms of writing: expository, persuasive, descriptive, and narrative writing. Sir, next explain. Expository writing main purpose is to explain. This type of writing can include essay, newspaper, magazines, article, instruction, manual, textbook, encyclopedia, articles, and the other form of writing, so long as they seek to explain. This descriptive writing main purpose is to describe. It is a style of writing that focuses on describing a character, an event, or a place in great detail. Descriptive writing is used to draw vivid detail in the reader mind. The reader will use sensory detail when he or she read the text. He can feel the environment of the text through senses like seeing, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. This form of writing will help the readers to go into a world of writer. Yes, sir. Persuasive writing is the main purpose of writing. This writing is to convince. Persuasive writing contains the opinion and basis of the author. Persuasive writing is a form of writing in which the writer uses word to convince the reader that the writer opinion is correct in regard to an issue. Adverts and newspaper columns are good persuasive writing examples. It is sir, next. Narrative writing. The main purpose is to tell a story. The author will create different characters and tell you what happens to them. Sometimes the author writes from the point of view of one of the characters. This is known as a first person narration. Narrative writing can be broadly defined as a story writing, a piece of writing characterized by a main character in a setting who encounters a problem or engages in an interesting, significant, or an entertaining activity or experience. What happens to this? Purpose of creating writing to entertain is both entertain and share human experience like love or loss. Writers attempt to get at the truth about humanity through poetic and storytelling. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, is there anyone else who has to give teaching of literature presentation? और कोई है जिसको teaching of literature की presentation देनी हो? That's all. How many are there for poetry? Poetry वाले कितने हैं?
Sir, मैं इरम रज़ाक.
इरम
Sir,
रज़ाक.
Aksanas.
Okay, you are only two for poetry. तो आप सिर्फ दो ही हैं.
Yes, sir. Maybe.
Okay, इरम रज़ाक आपके पर प्ले कर रहा हूँ. Try to finish in 5 minutes. Here we go.
Okay, sir.
Start.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Iram Razak from BS English 10th batch 5th semester. And my topic is The Canterbury Tale by Geoffrey Chaucer. Geoffrey Chaucer was an English poet and author. We can say the greatest English poets of the Middle Ages. He is best known for the Canterbury Tale. Also, he has been called the father of English poetry. Sir, slide change kar dein, please. Life and times. He was born in London in early 1340s, and he came from a merchant family. And he held many important positions as a government official, such as controller of the customs, justice of peace, which means that he could learn a lot, but how things work in the country at that time. And he died on October 25th, 1400, and he was buried. Sir, slide change kar dein, please. Chaucer's work. As we all know, Chaucer did many of the great works, but one of the famous work of Chaucer is the Canterbury Tale, written at the end of his life, the Canterbury Tale by Geoffrey Chaucer. It is a collection of 24 stories told by a group of 30 pilgrims who travel from southward to Canterbury. So slide change kar do. Characteristics of the Canterbury Tale. The knight. The knight is a nobleman who fights for truth and Christ rather than for his own glory or wealth. He has traveled throughout many hidden lands victoriously. The knight is one of the few characters whom Chaucer praises wholeheartedly. He is a genuine example of the highest order of chivalry. So slide change kar de, please. The Squire. Squire was the son of knights, and he was 20 years old on that time. He was totally opposite to his father, not as perfect as his father, the knight. He was in love. He dances and writes poetry because of his love. He cannot sleep at night. And he did his dressing in exactly the same fashion as it was on that time because of his love. Sir, slide change kar dein, please. Sir, change. Sir, screen आ रही. The nun. Okay. Actually, the nun is a member of a religious community of
Thank you very much. Yes, Aksa, your presentation.
Yes, sir.
4 मिनट में आप दे दीजिएगा बस. Start.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Aksa Nas from BS English Department, batch 10. Today my presentation topic is the themes of the Rap of the Log. The Rap of the Log is a mock heroic epic and a masterpiece of a social satire. Pope is criticizing the upper class of the London for their morality, religion, norms, their pursuits of their time. Let me give a brief introduction about Alexander Pope. Sir Alexander Pope was born on May 21, 1688 in London and died on May 30, 1744. So he was a poet and satirist of the England Augustan period. He was best known for his poem. So background bata do. Okay, background. The Rape of the Lock was very great and famous work of Alexander Pope, which was published in 1712. This poem is a mock epic and satirized the upper class in London at the time. The whole story is revolved around the lock of the hair. So next slide. Epic. Epic word comes from ancient Greek term epos, meaning story, word, and poem. Epic is a long narrative poem that is elevated and dignified in theme, tone, and style. Mock epic. Mock epic is a comic narrative poem that used parody and dignified language. A mock epic is funny when trivial subject is treated as grand and lofty. It is also known as mock heroic. So next slide. Major themes of the Rap of the Lock. Okay, so next slide. First one is female desire and passion. So the first one is female desire and passion, which is the major theme of the Rap of the Lock. Sir, Pope has made fun of women. Sir, next slide. Pope has made fun of women. They just think and concerned about their beauty. As alone, he presented Glenda like an epic heroine. Pope says that the women do not have fair chance because they are even more self-conscious and limited by society rules and regulation. Pope depicts the threatening of society. Okay, Pope depicts in the Rap of the Lock the trouble with the society is absolutely threatening and no way for expressing his or her love, desire, lust, feelings, and expressions. The next one is pride. Pride is also a major theme in the Rap of the Lock. We can say that the women of that time was very conscious and their pride is natural. Women of that time took pride in their appearance, in their beauty, and also in their social status. Sir, next slide. Nature of the upper class. Pope present the careless and casual responses of the high society. He present the society where the upper class is pursuit of their own goals, and he portrayed that the upper class people just think about themselves and obsession. Next one is beauty. At that time, men of the upper class society worship only female beauty without assessing moral character. Pope demonstrates that there is